Well, we had a good day of practice yesterday as we prepare for Idaho State. They obviously play USD tonight, so they won't have as much time to prepare, but I like where the team's at. We're getting healthy. We're working hard, and hopefully we'll be ready to come out and put a good performance on the floor Sunday afternoon at Viejas Arena.
Do you watch the game tonight between those two teams to get prepped for Idaho State?
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. The in-person scouting is over. If I wanted to go, I couldn't, and I'd go if I could, because I'd like to see it. But I'll watch it. I think it's on ESPN Plus, so I'll tune in, watch it as it happens, and see what else they'll show us that'll help us prepare to play them on Sunday.
Magoon cleared to play. What's it like getting him back, and any chance that he gets on the court at all on Sunday?
Cleared to practice, and then based on what he does in practice, then cleared to play. I think Sunday might be a bit of a reach. I know he wants to be out there, and he probably could be out there. But we have 9 days then until we play Troy, and I think that's probably more realistic timeline for him to get back, get a game under his belt before we head to Vegas and play Michigan.
So only 3 games before the Las Vegas tournament. Was that by design, or would you wish to get another game in there in between?
No, I think we're playing about the right number. You know, you still don't know what you're going to see, you know. We might have played poorly against Long Beach State and knew there was a lot more work to do. But there's always work to do. And Idaho State plays different than Long Beach. They'll be patient. They'll shoot threes or layups, no mid-range, and they'll mix in some zone, which they didn't play in their Division II game. We'll see if they play any tonight, but they have a matchup zone they'll play. And so there's always stuff to prepare for. So I think the perfect number of games is what we're playing before Vegas.
Will there be anything different for Reese Waters in terms of how many minutes he gets in his workload on Sunday?
It was good to have him back in practice, fully practicing, and based on how he plays today and tomorrow, leading into the game, we'll determine whether he starts and how many minutes he gets to play. But I'd say right now, Reese would be a full go for Sunday's game.
Were there any restrictions placed on Magoon from the doctors after they met last night?
That's more of a Sergio question. We'll limit his reps so we don't, all of a sudden go from 0 to 100. He'll do certain reps. He'll play live reps with contact, which is something we've been avoiding. But now he'll start into the contact phase of it and playing himself back into game shape. So I think there's no real timeline on that. It depends on how his body responds, if the knee swells and treatment and all that stuff to try to keep him healthy moving into a full playing season.
Do you see yourself running 2 big lineups when Magoon's fully back with either Miles or Farrell on the court with him at the same time?
Oh, no question. I mean, we'll play big, we'll play small. There'll be times where we'll have 4 guards and maybe Magoon or Heidi or Farrell out there. So we have a lot of versatility to this year's team, and we'll see what lineups are best against which opponent.
Do you envision any point this season where you get Thok and Magoon in there at the same time?
Yeah, that could happen because Thok is a center. Magoon's more of a power forward that can slide over and play the center spot. And Magoon can even play some small forward. So I don't think any combination's out of the question right now.
I want to ask you, I meant to ask you after it happened, but when you played USD, you called a timeout very early in the second half, which is rare for you. And you didn't seem very happy. You're up by 20. What was that? Just you're not playing up to our standards?
Yeah, it's the same thing, Mark. If they don't play the way I think they should be playing, the score's irrelevant. So they have to play at a level where, like I said, I have one eye on Long Beach, one eye on Idaho State, one eye on Troy, and 2 eyes on Michigan. And we're going to, no disrespect to any other opponent, Michigan's top 10 team. So whatever we do in order to try to win the games we're playing now, all has to lead to being ready to play a team like Michigan. So there's a standard we have to play to. And we'll have to play better against Idaho State than we did against Long Beach State.
Are you pleased that last year that the team kind of struggled sometimes and got ahead and let teams back in the game, and now you've had 2 examples of that, USD and Long Beach State, where that didn't happen and they really kind of put their foot on them and got a lot of separation? Is that promising?
Yeah, we're playing with a certain level of maturity, and the 2 freshmen I'm playing seem to play at a high level right now. They're not playing like freshmen early in their careers. They're playing with a sense of urgency, which is important. So it's going to be a long year, and hopefully we all continue to get better every day in practice where we can be the team we hope we can be.
Do you still plan to have Latrell kind of on that back burner of waiting to see what you have out on the court from your guards?
Yeah, I want to be fair to Luttrell. The longer he sits, the higher the likelihood that we'll redshirt him. But with only one game under our belt, I think we have another game or so to determine if he's a huge difference maker. Because he's a difference maker. He could be out there playing right now. But whether it's taking minutes from other guards and giving us some chemistry problems by playing him, that's another question to be answered as we progress.